With no direct taxation, the Cayman Islands has become the go-to destination for thousands of corporations. And it's not just about tax benefits, it's about ease. Setting up a company here can be as simple as having a mailbox, hence the term. As of my last training data in 2021, the BVI was home to over 400,000 offshore companies, making it one of the globe's most extensive offshore financial centers. What's intriguing is that the number of companies dwarfs the island's populations. Have you ever wondered where the world's wealthiest stash their cash away from prying eyes and tax collectors? Welcome back to Moneycraftmasters. Beneath the allure of tropical getaways and opulent cities, it's a fortress for the world's elite fortunes. Today we're venturing into the veiled corridors of tax havens, unraveling secrets of concealed wealth. As we sail on this riveting voyage, hit that like button and subscribe for more investigative and revealing content. Tax evasion and, by extension, tax havens aren't just a modern-day phenomenon. The desire to shield wealth from the taxman has roots stretching back millennia. Ancient merchants and traders had their own means of concealing goods and wealth to avoid giving a share to ruling powers. Fast forward to the 20th century, the concept of tax havens as we know them began to take shape. Following World War I, a few nations realized the benefits of maintaining low-tax or no-tax regimes, attracting wealth from high-tax jurisdictions. It wasn't just about evasion anymore, but also legal avoidance. In today's hyper-connected world, money's easier than ever to flow across borders, making tax havens more accessible and appealing. The British Virgin Islands, Luxembourg, and Switzerland aren't just tourist hotspots or global finance hubs. They are part of an intricate web where billions, if not trillions, remain hidden, far from the reach of tax authorities. The consequence: a widening gap between the rich and the poor, strained public resources, and mounting frustrations globally. As economies lose out on vast tax revenues, ordinary citizens bear the brunt. With each revelation, like the Panama Papers or the Paradise Papers, the demand for transparency grows louder. Let's break this down. What exactly is a tax haven? A tax haven is a jurisdiction, be it a country or territory, that offers low or zero tax rates, particularly to foreign individuals and businesses. But it isn't just the low taxes that lure in the big bucks. Tax havens also provide financial secrecy, shielding the identities of these wealthy individuals and corporations. This opaqueness keeps their assets hidden and makes tracking these assets a formidable challenge for authorities. Tax havens offer a seemingly golden escape in a world where businesses and individuals grapple with intricate tax codes and heavy tax bills. They can significantly minimize their tax liabilities by rerouting their money, setting up trusts, or establishing shell companies in these jurisdictions. It's a system that, while sometimes perfectly legal, tilts the scales of financial fairness. The sheer magnitude of wealth stashed away means fewer funds for public services, infrastructure, and other vital societal needs in the countries where this money originates. Switzerland, known for its pristine landscapes, mouth-watering chocolates, and, of course, its legendary banking system. But what has cemented this nation's reputation in the financial world? Swiss banks have been synonymous with secrecy and wealth for over a century. In the 1930s, Switzerland's banking laws guaranteed confidentiality, attracting the world's elite and their fortunes. While this might seem like a page from a spy novel, Swiss bank accounts have long been favored for their discretion. But it's not just about hiding money. The Swiss banking system's allure is also rooted in its stability, robustness, and expertise. However, in the 21st century, as international pressure mounted to combat tax evasion, Switzerland had to adapt. Global initiatives pushed for more transparency, challenging the very essence of the Swiss banking mystique. Yet, despite the evolving regulations and reduced secrecy, Switzerland remains a formidable global financial hub. Its banking prowess and reputation for safety and reliability ensure its continued relevance in the ever-evolving landscape of international finance. When you think of the Cayman Islands, your mind might first drift to its stunning beaches or vibrant marine life. But beneath this tropical paradise lies a labyrinth of financial intrigue. With no direct taxation, the Cayman Islands has become the go-to destination for thousands of corporations. And it's not just about tax benefits. It's about ease. Setting up a company here can be as simple as having a mailbox, hence the term shell companies. Global banking, investments, and insurance giants have set their anchor in this Caribbean enclave. While the islands might be physically small, they cast a long shadow in the financial realm. They're home to thousands of investment funds, making them one of the world's leading centers for offshore finance. As in times of global financial uncertainty, the Cayman Islands has stood out as a beacon of stability. This confidence stems from its stringent regulatory framework, despite what they tax haven label might suggest. Like Switzerland, the Cayman Islands has faced its share of scrutiny and calls for transparency. International agreements in recent years have pushed them toward more openness, but the islands remain a crucial player in the global financial chessboard. Imagine if every ICE likes was a coin supporting the cause of transparency. Every subscribes a commitment to dive deeper, and every shares a beacon shining light on hidden truth. If this journey resonates with you, deposit your coin of support by hitting that like button. Dive into more revelations with us by subscribing and become a beacon yourself by sharing this with others. The British Virgin Islands, often called BVI, conjure images of pristine beaches and sailing adventures. But beyond its natural allure, there is a financial tempest brewing. As of my last training data in 2021, the BVI was home to over 400,000 offshore companies, making it one of the globe's most extensive offshore financial centers. What's intriguing is that the number of companies dwarfs the island's populations. The appeal? Minimal red tape, a high degree of confidentiality, and of course, favorable tax conditions. It's a potent cocktail that attracts everyone from multinational corporations to wealthy individuals looking to optimize their tax situations. But this prominence hasn't come without its fair share of controversies. The BVI found itself thrust into the limelight with the Panama Papers leak, revealing how global elites utilized its services for secrecy. Under mounting international pressure, the BVI has taken strides to bolster its financial regulatory framework and improve transparency. But with a deeply entrenched financial system, the islands will likely remain a significant player on the offshore stage for years. Based at the heart of Europe, Luxembourg is more than just a grand duchy filled with historic charm. This tiny nation has carved a niche for itself as a titan in global finance. Despite its diminutive size, Luxembourg boasts Europe's most prominent investment fund center and the second largest in the world. Just after the US, its powerhouse status in the financial sector is undeniable. The magnetism of Luxembourg lies in its sophisticated regulatory framework that caters to cross-border investments. This has made it a favorite hub for multinational corporations seeking to optimize their European operations while benefiting from a tax-efficient environment. But it's not all smooth sailing. LuxLeaks brought Luxembourg into sharp focus in 2014. This scandal exposed deals that allowed some multinationals to enjoy less than one tax rates, sparking global debates on tax justice. As in response to international outcry and under the broader European Union's gaze, Luxembourg has been refining its stance, pushing for more transparency and aligning its tax practices with global norms. Still, its strategic position in Europe and financial acumen ensure its continued significance in the global economic landscape. While tax havens and their intricate financial maneuvers might seem like a distant reality for many, the ripple effects of these systems touch us more closely than we realize. Every dollar sheltered in a tax haven is a dollar that's not contributing to public coffers. That means less for healthcare, education, infrastructure, and other vital public services. Over time, this erodes the foundation of societies, creating disparities that are hard to bridge. The outcry against tax havens is about more than just about lost revenue. It's about fairness. The burden invariably falls on ordinary citizens when the wealthy and corporations can exploit loopholes to minimize their tax contributions. It's not just a monetary cost. It's a societal one. Wealth concentration in the hands of a few exacerbates inequalities, straining the social fabric and, at times, leading to civil unrest. The global call for change is gaining momentum. Countries, organizations, and activists rally for a more equitable tax system. And while the road ahead might be extended, recognizing the actual cost of these offshore antics is the first step toward building a more just financial future. As the intricate web of tax havens grows more complex, So do global efforts to cast light into these financial shadows. International coalitions, spearheaded by bodies like the G20 and OECD, have initiated collaborative efforts targeting the loopholes and gray areas that tax havens often exploit. One of the game-changing moves has been the introduction of the automatic exchange of information, a standard that compels countries to share financial data, pulling the curtain back on secretive offshore accounts. Grassroots movements and NGOs play a pivotal role too. By raising awareness and advocating for tax justice, they bring the issue from the boardrooms to the streets, amplifying the call for change. While policy changes are essential, accountability is the real catalyst. High-profile prosecutions and legal actions against tax evaders send a clear message: the era of unchecked offshore antics is nearing its end. Facing these shadows isn't just about financial reparation. It's about rebuilding trust in global economic systems. It's a daunting task, but with collective resolve, the world is paving a path toward a more transparent and equitable financial future. As we've navigated the intricate labyrinth of tax havens and their real-world consequences, it's clear that passive observance isn't an option. The onus lies on each of us. Education is the foundation. By understanding these issues and discussing them in our communities, we contribute to a broader awareness. But knowledge without action is like a vehicle without fuel. Support the organizations and activists fighting on the front lines. Join local initiatives, donate to credible NGOs, and back campaigns demanding transparency and tax reforms. Use your democratic right. Vote for leaders and policies that prioritize financial fairness and equity. Let your voice be heard where it matters most. And in our digital age, always appreciate the power of your online presence. Share, discuss, and amplify this issue on social media. Let the call for change resonate in every corner of the web. From the picturesque landscapes of Switzerland to the sun-kissed shores of the Cayman Islands, these places hold a complex web of financial secrecy beneath their beauty. But as we've journeyed through today's exploration, it's evident that the shadows cast by tax havens have implications that ripple across the globe. It's not just about the lost billions in tax revenue, but the essence of economic justice and equal opportunity. When a select few benefit at the expense of many, the foundational principles of fairness are shaking. We've dived deep into the heart of tax havens, spotlighting key players, unveiling hidden costs, and rallying for collective action. But the journey doesn't end here. Remember, awareness is the first step to change. By understanding the depths of this issue, by discussing, sharing, and acting upon it, we inch closer to a world where financial transparency and fairness reign supreme. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening exploration. Your engagement and curiosity propel the change we strive for. Let's continue to challenge the status quo, ask the tough questions, and build a brighter financial future for all together.